What's up everyone, my name is Mitch and this is Made by Mitch, where I show you the things I make and what I learned making them. Today I'm going to do a tool review of the Kreg ripcut. I've been using the ripcut for a couple years now and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on it, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth buying or not. Let's check it out. So if you've never heard of a ripcut before, basically it allows you to be able to rip sheets of plywood up to 24 inches in width. It's only $40 on Amazon. I'll have a link down below in the description. It's made up of aluminum and plastic and consists of just this platform, an aluminum rail that the platform slides along, and then this fence that rides along the factory edge of the plywood. I want to give you a quick rundown of the setup. The first thing you do is you add your circular saw and you push it all the way forward on the platform and you tighten it down with these two screws. Next, you slide the saw all the way to where the blade is touching against the fence. This is kind of what it looks like. You don't want to push it too far to bend the blade, but you want it just to be touching. Next, you can flip the saw back over and you have to line up the marking line with the first line on this ruler of the ripcut. This is what that looks like, and now whatever width you want to rip a piece of wood at, it should be perfectly dialed in to do it in that width. It is good to do a test cut before you start in, just to make sure that everything is good to go. So let's talk about a couple pros of the ripcut, and the first one is that this is a great thing to have if you don't have a table saw. I actually bought mine before I ever got a table saw, and I used it for a long time to rip plywood and things like that before finally deciding to get a table saw. So it doesn't do everything a table saw could do, but it actually can do a lot when it comes to ripping up sheet goods and things like that. The second pro is that it has a 24-inch rip width. Now, a lot of the contractor table saws have a max 24 rip width. Actually, mine only has a 20-inch rip width. So that's pretty amazing that it goes all the way to 24 inches. You can basically cut a sheet of plywood in half long ways, which is pretty incredible. Another pro of the ripcut is that once it's actually installed on the circular saw, it's pretty quick. Once it's set, it's super accurate and every cut's the same. And if you need a different width, you just pop the clip off, slide it down, latch it back in place, and then you're good to go. Another pro of the ripcut is the ability to micro adjust your cuts. So if your cut is a little bit off, it's really easy to move the line and readjust to get a perfect cut every time. And in my opinion, this is a really big pro. It makes it quick and it makes it really easy to do. And the last pro of the ripcut, hands down, is the price. You basically have a table saw up to 24 inches and it's only $40. That's amazing. And so let's talk about a couple cons, and the first con that I have of this product is the overall makeup of it. It just seems a little bit cheap. It's basically made up of aluminum and plastic, which is fine for what it is, but it could be a little more rigid and I think it would be a little bit better of a product. Another con is that it's a little bit annoying to install the saw on it initially. Now, if you had a dedicated circular saw for this product and then you only used it for the ripcut, then there's no complaint. But when you use a circular saw for different things, it's kind of annoying to have to install it every time and measure it and figure out how, the distance, and there's kind of a process to actually get it on the saw. But other than that being a little bit annoying, it isn't too bad, but that would be a con in my opinion. And the last con I have of this product is just the overall moving it up and down the slider and tightening it down with that little gray clip. This clip always snaps off for me, and maybe you don't have the same problem, and mine's a couple years old, so maybe they've updated this since I bought mine, but that little clip always snaps off and it just pops right back on, but it's a little bit annoying, and so it would be a con in my eyes. So now to answer the big question, would I recommend the ripcut? Is it worth buying? And my answer is yes, it is worth buying, especially if you don't have a table saw and you need to rip up sheet goods. This is a great option for you. Even if you do have a table saw, sometimes it's hard to push a full sheet of plywood through your table saw, so this makes it easy. You just grab it real quick, set your width, you rip it, and it's so much easier. So I would definitely recommend this product. Well, hopefully this review was helpful to you. Click right here to check out a project that I've used the ripcut in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.